Hey, Brandon Pearce here. I'm standing in front of the house that we've remodeled here in Bali, Indonesia, and I wanted to give you today a quick tour of the house and talk a little bit about our lifestyle and why we've chosen to live this way. If you've been following our story or seeing any of my other videos, you will know that my family and I sold our house back in Utah and pretty much everything we owned about 7 years ago to travel the world with our family. And so far we've been to over 32 countries and have kind of set up somewhat of a home here, and I'll talk a little bit more about how that has played out and why we've chosen to do that. But let's go inside. All right, here's the front door. So this is the entryway. Here you can see a lovely little fish pond with some koi down there. And this is a lovely statue we had built for us for around $350. It's already kind of broken. This little instrument here came off, but she's still lovely. So one of the reasons that we decided to build this home is, here, let me set this camera up and talk to you. And go in. So why did we choose Bali? There's so many reasons. We all kind of fell in love with the whole community here. The nature that's outside. You drive through the town and there are just these beautiful trees with vines hanging down. The cost of living is super low. You can go out to an amazing restaurant and pay $3 or $4 for a beautiful, healthy plate of food. And there are restaurants from all over the world here. It's completely international, as is the community, and so many great people here, entrepreneurs and open-minded people. We've just made so many great friends, and every time we come back we feel so welcome and just get right back in and make more friends. So we really love it here. And because the cost of living is so low, it also allows us to hire staff who help take care of our property. Oh, Putu, hi! This is Putu. I'm recording, yeah. She helps make our meals for us, and she just got back from doing some grocery shopping, and now she's going to cook our lunch. So, having Vietnamese spring rolls today. Yeah, and one of the other reasons we decided to build in the first place was because after 6 years of traveling and staying in other people's houses with other people's furniture, other people's artwork, we wanted to have a place that felt a little more like our home, a place that we put up some of the things that help us, that are more our style, that help us feel more comfortable. So we decided to do that here because for all those reasons that I mentioned. And there are the kids playing with friends on computers. Maria's been so excited to see her friend Aisha. She's been, they've been chatting through Skype and hanging out together online for the past 11 months while we've been away, and she has just been counting the days and weeks till she can see her friend again. So here's just more of the house. This is a lovely stone-carved or hand-carved stone wall. Would probably cost a fortune in some parts of the world, but it was around $300 here, although they measured wrong. You can see that tree was supposed to be in the middle, and they measured, when they came to install it, they had a whole section here that they realized they mismeasured. So they had to add some of the extra leaves over on the right panel there. There's a piano. And this table here actually the top comes off and turns into a pool table, and we have these chairs custom designed. Now in Bali, I should clarify, everything is custom. They don't have like big box stores you can go to and buy, buy a sofa or a table or anything like that that's, pre-manufactured. Everything, they do have some that have been made, but most of the time you specify what you want and then they build it for you. And here's the backyard, or the front yard, depending on how you look at it. Of course, building this place hasn't been without challenges. If you can hear all the construction noise right now, that is an example of the type of thing that goes on here in Bali, where, let me clarify. In Bali, as a foreigner, you can't own property. You can only rent, do long-term leasing. So we leased this place for 3 years initially, just thinking we were going to, fix it up a little bit. It didn't look anything like this. It was 2 separate houses that had old pink grody tile, and I mean it was still 3-bedroom. It had a pool and this lovely jungle view. But it looked nothing like this. So we decided to fix it up a little bit, have a place to store a few things when we go traveling. But then we got kind of carried away with the creative process of the remodeling and ended up extending our lease for another 10 years and put another 200 grand into building this beautiful place here. And however, while we've been traveling the past few months, I heard from one of our guests that there is a construction project going on right in front of ours where I thought we had already leased the land. So nothing I can do about it, but there's going to be a house now down at the bottom of the river in front of our house where I was hoping to have a lovely river view. But it's all right. It'll work out. He's going to make it a flat roof, so we'll actually get more yard space. But anyway, we also have to put up with some noise for the next few months while we're here. So that is a little bit of the story about how we started creating this place. We also hired, if you're wondering how we got it to look so beautiful, I am not a designer, although I love design, and having lived in so many places I have a much better idea now of what I like. But we hired a professional interior designer and architect from Belgium who happened to be living here and helped us create this place. And it's the insight they brought was so fascinating. There's so many things that I had never even thought of that they helped me realize, were important and would affect the quality of our life here and how to think about different spaces of the house and where to put things practically. So it was very good. All right. Let's go in the guest room where I believe my wife Jen is.
So we just got back to Bali the day before yesterday. And there's a lot of construction noise and insect noise and lots of stuff going on. The construction noise stops at around 5, which is really nice to have it quiet. We really appreciate the quiet when the construction stops. But we still have the insect noises, which I don't mind. And the insect noises at night are actually a little more soothing, I think, than the daytime. So it's been nice. Yesterday, it gets kind of sticky here in Bali compared to most other places we've been the past year. And so we have a little pool, and Asia wanted to go swimming yesterday. So after lunch, I went in the pool with her, and it just felt really, really refreshing. And it's not a big pool, so it's easy for her to navigate. She doesn't swim yet, so she slipped in. She was holding on the side yesterday, and she slipped in the pool. And she was just under the water until I swam over and pulled her out. And so that's one of the dangers and one of the concerns I have is her not being able to swim yet. So she's trying to learn, but it's scary. So but I was able to just relax here because we have help. So I was able to read a lot and practice working on my voice lessons and not have to worry about regular cleaning and cooking and shopping, although I really should go through some of our storage and organize it and put it away and unpack because I just haven't wanted to. But one of my favorite things is just being in the nature. Our house is so surrounded by nature, and you can just hear the nature sounds, and just feels so alive and so such an embrace, and from the normal surroundings we usually have in the city or even in a regular neighborhood that we're used to. It just feels wow, you don't realize. I don't even, after coming back and forth so many times from this place, I still don't even realize until I get back here, what I've been missing, and that's just like this warm embrace in nature, and yeah, just feels like my body really needs that, so it feels really good, and it just feels so nice to be here with so many connecting people. We have a lot of friends, and even people who we haven't met yet. There's a lot of just really open-hearted, warm-hearted, connecting people, and so that feels really nice. And just being in a beautiful place that we helped create, and that we usually don't get to stay in such nice places when we're traveling, that really feed our souls as much as a place like this. So it's really great to be here for a little while. And there are challenges too, you know, there's mosquitoes, and there's obviously the construction noise, and there's the upkeep of the house, and when you own something, everything just becomes more, it just kind of, in my mind anyways, it's kind of more of a nagging concern, even something little that needs to be fixed. So I need to work on letting some of that go a little bit, which, you know, it doesn't mean I give up, but I don't need to make it such a concern that takes over so much of my thinking. And so there's a lot of little things, but really amazing other things, and that's the general feel that I have here, is the amazingness. So yeah.
I love this old Balinese woodwork. This is original to the house, and we kept that, but added a few pieces like this lovely piece there. All right, let's go up the stairs. This is one of two staircases that was in the original house. The other one was over in that corner where that wall is. That used to just be a staircase to this other house, but we've now combined these two houses into one upstairs, so we tore down one of the staircases to make more room. I won't subject you to the bouncing. Let's just go. Lovely little dance slash yoga slash exercise slash whatever room that we built there.
Yeah, so Bali's amazing. It has so many cool classes that, like, you can't really find in very many places, and there's really cool, yeah, it's kind of cool because there's kind of unique classes with different personalities and different teachers. It's nice. And also, yeah, it's great to be back, and it's fun. Also, I'm really excited about being back in my room because I haven't been in my room for, I haven't been like in my own room for a while. So it's great. So yesterday we went to like a little Vedic art workshop. I don't know if it's called that, I might be saying it wrong, but basically just where you draw your feelings, I guess. And I drew this. I painted this with sparkles all over it. I must have been feeling happy. It's sparkly, but yeah. Oh.
There's Asia swinging on the swing. Yeah, you're gonna see Isla today.
Yay!
And this is the bathroom. It used to be a stairwell, but we've put a tub in its place now. These gorgeous stone sinks right here were only like $20, if you can believe that. Mirrors, maybe $70, $80. So it's quite amazing what you can buy here for the price. Here's Emily taking her online Irish dance classes. Hi.
Kitties, and this is my mother's kitty. Mommy, the game is going to be.
And you walk through the shallow tree water. All you see, it's all you see.
You're just making this up right now?
I am.
That's incredible.
The lyrics really don't make sense though.
So here we are at our house in the evening. We just got back from our friend's house where we pretty much spent most of the day there, didn't we? From about 2 o'clock to
Almost 9?
almost
or
9, a little after 9.
A little after.
Yeah, and we love having that freedom and flexibility to spend that much time with friends and have friends who have that much time to spend with us.
And who we enjoy being with so much. Yeah.
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 Yeah, kids had a lot of fun together, doing all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had great conversation and Indian food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're here at nighttime. We love the atmosphere of this place at night. It just feels so cozy.
And the flowers there, the tuberose, are so beautiful. They call them sedap malam here in Indonesia, which is like yummy night or something, because they do smell yummy at night. They're just really amazing scents.
Yeah, I also wanted to say that this house is, we have been spending maybe, well, last year we spent quite a bit of time here because we were finishing up the remodel. This year we're only here for 7 weeks. Next year we're not sure how long we'll spend here, at least a month or two. Mm-hmm. But the other time when we're not here, we're renting it out on Airbnb so that it's somewhat of an investment for us. I was expecting it to be a little bit more of an investment than it turned out to be because of how much it cost to build, but it's good. We get all sorts of guests from all over the world staying here. Some just for a couple nights, some for a few weeks. We've had one guest book for about a month, and our staff, takes great care of them here when we're not here. So
One thing we didn't get with our house is a lot of yard space. That's one thing we would really appreciate having more of here, because we have a little tiny yard. Like we love badminton. We'd love to have space to play that, for example.
yeah, sometimes we do it upstairs in the yoga room, but it
It always goes in the pool or something.
yeah, it flies over the edge of the balcony.
It always ends in tragedy.
I just love the lighting here at night and the temperature, and yeah, it feels kind of really magical and peaceful.
It does feel magical.
Yeah, so great to be back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to spending many more months here over the course of the next several years till our lease is up, unless we decide we want to extend. Yeah, we'll see. The climate here really takes a toll on everything. So
Toll on stuff, toll on us.
yeah, the houses will wear out very quickly. If you store anything here for a long period of time, it will just collect mold and get ruined.
Like from my old drawings I made, like when I came back from our trip, they almost like they biodegraded so much. Like they have they have mold all over them, and they have there are like brown edges on them.
Yeah.
They look like really old pieces of paper from 1,000 years ago.
A lot of humidity. The temperature's really nice right now, though. It's a good cool night. Not too sweaty or anything like that.
No.
If you go to Bali, be prepared to be sticky all day, every day.
Yeah. We usually take a couple of showers a day, and maybe
Or a dip in the pool.
a swim in the afternoon. Yeah, that helps.
Some nights in Bali there's music and noise all over the place, whether it's gamelan music or
Chanting, singing.
So as a family, we tend to have our own schedule. We don't, our kids don't have to go to school and we don't have to go to work, so we are pretty flexible with when we wake up and when we go to bed. In some parts of the world, that means we all stay up until 1 or 2 in the morning or later and then get up at 10 or 11. Barcelona is a good example. We stayed up really late there. But even in New Zealand, where we just came from, 2 countries ago, we'd often stay up till past midnight as a family. But now that we're here in Bali, the sun rises and sets around 6 o'clock a.m. and p.m.
I think it rises like 5 or 6, and then it sets at 6.
Yeah, so we tend to follow that a little more. We go to bed earlier here, and it's easier too. And it's a culture that operates more in the morning.
So we don't have Marie with us tonight. Asia's upstairs. I don't know what she's doing.
Probably on her iPad.
Yeah, but Marie's sleeping over at her friend's house again tonight. Her friend slept over here last night, and then they're pretty much inseparable.
Yeah,
So.
she hasn't seen her for almost a year, like 11 months and a half. So they've been like chatting with each other on Skype, and they've been like obsessed, and they want to see each other, and they finally got to see each other now, which is really awesome. So they're inseparable, and they're going to spend every moment they have with each other until we leave. Don't want to leave.
I thought you wanted to go back to Victoria.
I also want to go back to Victoria. Victoria's awesome, actually.
But we love both of these places, don't we? A lot.
Like those are my two favorites. Like to live.
And
Yeah.
Japan and France.
And Japan. I think Japan is more of a fun place to go every once in a while. It's like a great country, but and to experience the culture and then leave. I mean, if you want to stay more, I mean, it would be great to live go there for a year and get really deep into it. And then you could learn some cool stuff that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about France? You were saying you wanted to go to France and stay there for a year or so.
Yeah, also France because, I also have a friend in France that I've been also chatting with. we're the only way we can chat with friends now is online. We have virtual friends now.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Although we are always in a place where we usually are connecting in person with people too. Just we can't connect with everybody in person all at once because they live all over the world. That would be cool if there was, a way to do that.
So this is my office. This is where I spend a lot of my day. I work a lot on the computer. You've probably heard in my other videos I work maybe an hour a day on my main business, which is generally true. Sometimes I'll do several hours if I'm focusing on some creative aspect of it. But I still spend a lot of time on the computer working on other projects. Even making this video, it's taking me several hours to shoot and edit and publish and everything else that goes along with that. So I just love the creative process. I do a lot of photography as well and spend time processing the photos and working on other content, writing, preparing for conference speeches I'm giving and things like that. So I love having my own space to do that. There are a lot of places we travel to where I am working on the bed in the bedroom, or I'm working out in the living room because there is no other space to do it, and it's so nice to come to a place where I have my own office and my own place that I can shut the door and have everybody leave me alone for a little while so I can focus. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse into our lifestyle, into the realities of how we live, both the good and the bad, to help you kind of see what that's like. And I think it's easy to idealize a life of long-term world travel or living in Bali or whatever, but there are, just like life anywhere, just like any situation, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many possessions you have, no matter what kind of power and influence you have, there are still, we still have our mind and the psychology and challenges and relationships and things to work through, and life still goes on. So, as I've said in my other videos, happiness is a habit that needs to be cultivated every step of the way. It's not something that comes automatically with goal achievement. But I do want to say that if this kind of lifestyle appeals to you, it is a lifestyle that is possible for someone to achieve if they are willing to, put in the effort and the work to get there, and have the support system in place for that. So, and hopefully these videos have opened your eyes a little bit to the reality of that possibility, and inspired you to take steps if that's what you feel good about doing. And I hope to share more about not just what we're doing, but how you can also take the same steps in your life in future videos. So if you'd like to hear more, please subscribe, and whether to my YouTube channel or to my website newsletter, and let's keep in touch. And I hope you have a great day, and remember to live well and enjoy life now.